Good evening and welcome. I'm Alice Bandukravi. The family of a man from East London who is currently serving life for murder says there's been a major miscarriage of justice and that he's innocent. Jason Moore was convicted in 2013 for stabbing Robert Darby to death in a pub car park in Gants Hill. His sister says there were failings in the Met Police investigation that led to the conviction. Kirstie Moore now wants the case re-looked at, as Thomas Magill explains.
Jason Moore has spent almost a decade behind bars after being found guilty of murdering Robert Darby in 2005. He's always denied his involvement and claims, along with his family, the original investigation was flawed.
Both witnesses were not describing Jason, they were describing somebody else. And when I say that, I mean both witnesses said the stabber was 5'10". Jason is 6'5", and he's a big, towering 6'5". He's about 18 stone.
Well, it was on this road here in Gants Hill where Robert Darby was murdered near a pub car park in 2005. Now, Jason Moore always admits to being at the scene but was not involved in that stabbing. And now his family say they have fresh information to prove it. Kirstie says she's due to submit this information to the Criminal Case Review Commission shortly. This will be the second time she's gone to the CCRC. In 2021, her application was refused, leaving her frustrated.
I'm not worried about the evidence, because that speaks for itself. I'm worried about them giving it the consideration that it deserves. They're supposed to be a safety net. They're not. They're not working as they should.
Free Jason Moore!
Now Kirstie's taken her fight and campaign to Downing Street. Throughout her journey, there's been some unlikely supporters, including the family of Robert Darby. They too believe Jason is innocent.
It's all about principle, really. You put someone banged up, right, for little bits and pieces or whatever, but you don't bang a geezer up with life for something he's never done. You know what I mean? That's bad news. You know what I mean?
The Metropolitan Police say this investigation remains closed, but should the circumstances change, we will assess them and consider the most appropriate way to manage any developments. For now, Kirstie is hopeful her new application to the CCRC will finally get her justice for Jason.
We've all had our ups and downs, always hoping that the next step is the step that will free Jason.
Kirstie Moore ending that report, and Thomas is here. We heard there that Kirstie is going to take a fresh application to the Criminal Case Review Commission. So what's the latest?
Well, Kirstie and her team have been spending over a year gathering this, what they describe as fresh information or fresh evidence that they're going to submit fairly shortly. Now, the CCRC, their job is to review criminal cases where people believe that they have been either wrongly convicted or they've been wrongly sentenced. And there's quite a high bar for getting through that. So basically they have to, in order to get a fresh appeal, there has to be something important. There has to be new evidence or a new argument that makes the case look very different to the original trial. Now, I have spoken to the CCRC about Kirstie's concerns in her 2021 application, and they say that it was thoroughly reviewed and that the evidence, during the investigation, they continue to say that Mr. Moore is welcome to apply for another CCRC review if he has new evidence or arguments that was not considered at trial or in the previous CCRC investigation. Well, Kirstie absolutely believes that they now do, but it may be some time before Jason is released, as this process can often take a very long time, Alice.
We shall see. Thomas, thank you.